baby hot, don't speak to any moment. Product of her environment, shout out the global woman. Can't box her in with any trend, no, she's a global woman. Call Fire Marshal Bill, like, let me tell you something. Flawless, beautiful, follow codes down to her toes. Cue the codes, picking rolls with the flow. Slam dunking all the goals. Silvers for the novice and golds for the pros.
What's going on, everybody out there in TV land, on YouTube and on Facebook Live? We come to you tonight to interrupt your regular scheduled program. Hey, y'all, I say this every single week. Facebook, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you guys to watch this program on YouTube. We need our views on YouTube. There is a link right in the chat section. Click that link and shoot on over to YouTube and watch us live on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, click that like button. It's the thumbs up. Then slide on over and press the subscribe button. And make sure you hit all so you get all the notifications and we're going live. All right. So click the thumbs up, then press subscribe and hit the all. Also, don't forget to hit the share button. All right. It's going to ask you where you want to share to. Just click Facebook. So click like, subscribe, and share. All right. Also, we're doing something new. Every time we hit the 200 milestone mark with subscribers, we're going to the chat and find one or two people and send them a gift. You must be a subscriber to participate. Last but not least, I need everybody is watching this. Go to my Stop Playing Apparel website. Support your boy. I'm trying to get to the next level, but I need y'all help. The link is right there in the chat section. Click that link. Check me out. Hey, Father's Day just passed. I could have got a Father's Day gets your buddies. Hey, I got somewhere, so check me out. All right, y'all. Thank you for your support in advance. And if you like what we're doing and you want to donate to us, we have a QR code right on the screen. All monetary gifts are appreciated, and we thank you for those gifts in advance. And I know if you're watching it on your mobile device, you might not be able to scan the QR code. Don't worry. We have a cash tag. It's right on the screen. The cash tag is $Nutz, Nutz, Boltz, Boltz 1. Again, is $Nutz, Boltz 1. And with that being said, welcome to Nuts and Bolts of Life. My name is Edmund Chapman. I'm the CEO, and I'm from South Carolina.
My name is Kyra from California.
And they saved the best for the second worst on the show. My name is Obi. I'm from North Carolina. Tonight is Team Obi. That's all I got to say for right now. Team Obi.
Okay, Team Obi. So I would like Lynn, introduce yourself and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and I am from Illinois.
Welcome, Lynn. Welcome, Lynn. Tara, introduce yourself and where you're from.
I'm Tara, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Welcome, Tara. Welcome. Liz, introduce yourself and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. J. Andrea, introduce yourself, please.
J. Andrea, my name is J. Andrea, and I am from Catawba, North Carolina.
Catawba, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And Trinidad, she's having some. Oh, there she go. Trinidad, introduce yourself, everyone.
Trinidad from Chicago, but live in Gurney now.
Gurney, Illinois. I want to welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the panel tonight. As y'all see, we got a panel for the ladies tonight, Obi. And I got on my black shirt to represent Juneteenth, but I got the purple tie on to represent the ladies tonight. Got the purple tie for all the ladies out there. I know ladies like purple and pinks. I decided to wear purple tie tonight. Hey, Obi, before you tell everybody what the topic is tonight, you know we got to start with Ed story time. So this is a new segment. I just started. It's called Ed story time. And so tonight's story is basically we're talking to women. No, what? Oh, I'm gonna let you do. I'm gonna let you do the topic first. Then I'm gonna tell you my story. So it can lead right into the story. So Obi, matter of fact, why don't you go ahead and let the people know what today's topic is all about?
Well, today's topic is about dating through the eyes of a different race. I know, like some people, when they date people, they kind of are used to a certain way, but other races are used to like dating in a different capacity. So we wanted to do the show tonight to see what dating looks like through the eyes of somebody else.
All right. So we're looking at the dating through different lenses of race of women. If y'all can see, we got a whole different type of panels today. And before we get started, so we're talking about dating through different lenses of women, right? And I think when I used to be out there dating, I think I was a problem because I wasn't ready to date. I was out there acting foolish and doing what I need to do. So a lot of women experience with me was probably not good at all. Probably was terrible because I was horrible.
Mm.
I wasn't good to these ladies out here. So it wasn't because they had a bad experience dating. I probably was the bad experience for them, Obi. What you think about that? How about you,
Hey,
Obi?
I would never put you on blast, bro. I think you was doing what was best for Ed. I don't want to say you dated and did anybody wrong. You were just doing what's best for Ed.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
What was best for Ed probably wasn't best for the women. so that's
Hey,
Ed's story time today.
you were just having a hard time, man. You on a good path now. You on a good path.
Yeah, that was a long time ago when I was younger.
Yeah, a long
But
time ago.
now
Long time ago.
we're gonna see what these women have encountered during their time dating. So again, like I said earlier, we have women from all walks of life on today, and we're gonna see do their experience match up with each other? How do they have different experiences? We're gonna check them out tonight. Feel free to like right now if y'all watching. I know we got a bunch of people in the chat already watching. Click the like button right now. We're gonna talk to these ladies and see what's going on. So my first
Yeah.
question go ahead, Obi. Oh, go on,
Hey,
Obi, go. You know the first question now, old dude. Go
Hey,
ahead.
first question. No. You can ask the first question. I'll ask the next one. But can you ask Kyra what you want to ask? Make sure she asks the question first.
Say that one more time.
We do
Ask
have guests.
Kyra ask Kyra the question first. Since
All
she's
right.
not a guest.
Kyra, you got the first question. You're gonna kick it off for the people tonight. Did your dad meet and approve of everyone you dated?
Good question.
Before I answer, I just want to say happy Juneteenth to everyone. Just to make sure that is lifted up throughout the show. To answer your question, no, my dad did not meet or approve everyone that I met. We lived in different states. I lived in California and he lived in Chicago. So he only met 2 people that I dated. Well, I haven't dated a ton of people, but yeah, he's only met 2 people, and then approving of them is like a whole different level because that's my dad and high expectations. And so, no, that's a no as well. He did not. There wasn't like a state of disapproval, and have a close family, and they didn't say anything like we don't approve. But if my brother brought somebody home that I didn't like, you're going to know that I don't like her because I'm going to express it and let you know. There will be no secrets. So.
Good.
Yeah.
How about somebody want to tap into this question again? Did your dad meet and approve of everyone you dated? Anybody can jump in.
Giandria.
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna call you
I
out.
was trying to look. Y'all not gonna be calling me out all night, Obi. For one, happy Juneteenth, everybody. For 2, my dad had passed away 6 years ago. R.I.P. Wilbur Daniel. But did he meet most of them? Yes. Did he approve of any of them? No. Did I continue dating them? Yes. Did it work out? Hell no. So there you go. He was an Army guy, so he was very particular, and he felt like, if you can't do what I do for my daughter, then keep moving.
So every guy you dated, the dad didn't approve and just kept going without listening to his advice.
Why are you shaking your head, Obi? Yes. Wrong.
Is it a reason why?
Because I feel like maybe he just didn't see what I saw in these guys.
So guy number 7, he didn't see still. I'm just hey, there's nothing more. We get real on here. We get real on here. I'm just asking. I'm just asking the
I
question.
didn't even say 7. Guy number 7, no. He met guy number 3, and he's like, absolutely not. But this guy had me convinced that he was a Kobe to become like Kobe Bryant, like next week. Like he was on the roster. And I was like, let me see this thing through. No, he wasn't. He never was Kobe. And I ended up having my first son by him. I still listen to my daddy. But if I would have listened to my daddy, I wouldn't have my son. Think about that.
Sorry for your loss.
Oh,
Sorry
thank
for your
you.
loss. Lynn, you want to tap into this? I don't want y'all to be
Not
quiet
a
now. Y'all
deep.
ain't no quiet podcast now.
Not tonight.
No, my dad did not meet any of my boyfriends, and so he couldn't approve of any of them or disapprove. My dad has not been in my life since I was in like 8th grade. So
Trinidad.
Fatherless. No father and a mother who wasn't really involved in our lives. So kind of learned everything on my own.
Liz, Tyra, one of y'all want to tap into this? Go ahead, Tyra.
So I grew up with my dad, but I can relate to my dad didn't really, I didn't really have him in my life. So he didn't meet any of my boyfriends. It was more so my mom, she approved or not. And she actually approved of my, well, actually, she didn't approve of my first boyfriend, which later became my ex-husband. But I would not have had my 22-year-old son. So for that, I'm thankful. And then later, my previous next boyfriend, who gave me my beautiful daughter, who's mixed, by the way, and I love her, though I don't know how to do her hair. But yeah, so it was my mom who I learned to listen to, who gave me advice on men, and she was like, no, don't get with him, and didn't listen to her the first 2 times. But yeah.
All right. Before we get Liz to tap in, I want to say there is a team Obi in the comments. There's a team. Yeah, I saw it. I had to do that for you, Obi.
And it
Obi
came from one of my favorite people.
See,
so one more time.
We'll see.
One more time. I got one more time, Obi.
Some people always looking for attention. Always looking for attention.
I'm gonna delete the comment.
Liz, you want to tap into this question?
So
I'm sorry, y'all. They go with it every day, y'all. Every podcast, Kyra and Obi go with it. So let's get prepared, y'all.
So my parents were strict when I was growing up, so I didn't really date. And when I did date, like both my parents would give their honest opinion. Like I dated one guy one time, and my dad was like, "Nah, he's a pussy." And you know, my parents were born in like the early 60s.
Wait, hold on. Your dad said what?
So you know, my parents are always very honest with the men that I bring around. So now it's like, let me date you for 2 years first. That way when I bring you around my parents, you know, they're like, we're already established. It won't be that easy for me to leave. You see what I'm saying? They just don't like anybody. Like my ex-husband, for example, hate him, even like to this day. But they were right. He's an ex-husband for a reason. You know, I would say that.
That's a bar right there. He's an ex-husband for a reason. I like that. I'm gonna tell my daughter, I'm gonna say, you know what, your son, that dude's that date you was a pussy. No, that's a new thing. Oh, we gonna that is funny to me.
You're also wrong for that.
All right, we go tap into another question before we get into the comments because they already lighting the comments up already. That was funny. Yeah. Have you ever dated outside of your race? If so, did you notice any difference between how the different race courts? Again, have you ever dated outside of your race? If so, did you notice any difference between how the different race courts? Let somebody else tap in first. Come on. Who gonna tap in this first?
Hey, come on, Andrea. I see you.
I think Trinidad about to say something.
Okay, go ahead, Trinidad. I'm sorry.
So,
Andrea, you next, though.
I dated a Filipino for a while, which I got my first baby from. Absolutely gorgeous. The thing I noticed about him is you would think that they're family oriented culturally, which they normally are, but I guess he got Americanized. But when he got here, everything was Dutch dating, which was very odd to me because the other guys that I dated, like the Puerto Rican guys that I dated, they would, spit out the money and be like, we go on really nice dates and stuff like that. But he was Dutch everything.
How long did y'all last?
He left when my daughter was born. He chose because I chose to have the baby, he chose not to be a part of our lives. And I was like, deuces.
So he didn't want to go Dutch on that?
So,
oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Sheesh.
Very sorry.
Come on, Andrea, your turn.
I tried once. I dated.
So that's all that matters. I learned how to put boundaries on with guys.
Oh.
I don't care what race you are. I don't care who you are, what age you are. All of y'all getting the same treatment. White, black, Puerto Rican, whatever you are, y'all getting the same treatment. If you can't hold up to my standard, peace out, y'all.
I was just about to ask, like, what is the same treatment? What did that look like?
So, like, I feel like the guys that I personally dated, they all want to be taken care of like kids. And that's not what I'm down for. I'm not trying to take care of you like your kid. I need a partner that's going to be 100. Not 50-50. I don't know what the hell that means. 100. We both put in our best efforts. We're building wealth together, building a family together. And the guys, like, I just dated these guys that wanted somebody to take care of them. Like, it's almost like the parents raised the men to be children instead of men running a household. And I'm, like, I know how other people feel. I don't care what they feel. My personal thing is I don't want to run the household. I want to be the woman all the way. But right now, that's not possible because I'm a single mom with 2 kids, and that's okay.
I like that. Have standards, have your map made out what you want and go for what you want. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I had to learn after my divorce, like I had to learn to put boundaries because my marriage almost destroyed me for me and my kids.
Well, we're glad you're still smiling right now.
The devil can't take my smile. You can take my money, but you ain't taking my happiness. I'm gonna let y'all know right now.
Hey, I love it. Andrea, you was about to tap into this.
Yes, I was. I was saying yes. I tried to date out of my race once. He was actually Caucasian, and it didn't work out because his mother didn't like black people, so I wasn't allowed in his house. He could come to my house, but I couldn't go to his, so it wasn't gonna ever take off really.
So let's tap into that a little bit. So how did that make you feel about that? Like, did he stand up to his parents? Was like, how'd that go?
No, I don't think it. No. Short answer, no, he didn't. He would tell me stories of how he did have black guy friends come to the house, and then when they left, she would throw their cups away. So it's like, then why are you even trying to come out into this world if you know you can't bring your world back home? And I guess that's what he liked. He liked what he liked, but I think if it ever had to come between him and his mom, you're gonna always choose your mom.
Wow. Hey y'all, people that's watching right now on Facebook, I'm about to click off and get right into this conversation because we're gonna hear from Miss Lynn next. So I'm about to tap out of here. There's a link. Just scroll up. I see about a bunch of y'all watching on Facebook. Scroll up, click the link, and come watch us right on YouTube. All right, y'all. Miss Lynn, can you tap on into this?
I have not actually dated anybody outside of my race, so I don't really have too much to add on that. I was always open to it. It just never happened.
Liz, Tyra, have y'all ever dated outside your race?
I have, and I have a beautiful daughter because of it. He's my ex-husband, but I have a beautiful daughter because of it. And met a guy in 2020, and I noticed that he pursued me and was the guy that I met in 2020. He was Black, and the funny thing is, when I met him in 2020, if you were to hear him, he didn't sound Black at all over the phone. He actually has a country voice, so it's hilarious. And it's funny, but it's hilarious. But the one thing that I loved about him was he pursued me. And every night when he would get off from work, he would call me and we would fall asleep on the phone together. And that's what I loved about him, which was different from my daughter's dad and my son's dad, who is Caucasian. And I always told my mom, I'm going to marry him. I'm going to marry him, which hasn't happened yet. But it's just, I've noticed, with dating outside of my race, are there differences between us? Obviously, yeah. But, I just, I love, my daughter more than anything, and I'll protect her more than anything. And you come against her, I'm going to defend her to my death. That's the one thing
that I'm going to do.
Say.
You about to say I'm gonna fuck you up. I seen it come out the mouth.
I may not be a Black mama, but that's my daughter you're coming against.
Baby, you a mama. That's all that matters. Is you a mama.
I'm her mama. And today's Juneteenth, and I teach her every year about her heritage, because I gave birth to my daughter. And, I may not do her hair the right way, but I love my baby girl. So, yeah. And I know I got off topic because we were talking about race, but, about dating outside of our race. But, yeah. So, yes, I've dated outside of my race. And, yeah.
Liz, what about you, Liz?
Yeah, I predominantly date outside my race. Like, I have a type, like, it's an athletic Black man. That's my type. Everybody knows it. They see me, they know that's what's going to be my arm candy for the evening. It's who I had kids with. I have dated white men. I don't like them particularly. And it's not that, to be like, I just don't have anything in common with them most of the time. And it's like, I feel like white people in general are a very entitled race. And that really bothers me about people. And like my family, we're Native, we're indigenous, and so like I never really seen color growing up. Like my best friend, she was a Black girl growing up. Like it wasn't something that was that I seen, but I noticed when I was dating amongst other races, the difference between dating a white man and a Black man is like the entitlement. Like I don't feel like Black men feel like they're entitled to anything, and it makes it a lot easier to have a companionship with someone who's not like that. Whereas unfortunately, like the white men, like they were like gift givers and stuff, and they did that thing, and they do the family dinners and stuff, which isn't something that I've had experience with much within the Black community and dating Black men. Like, yeah, we do family cookouts and stuff, but it's not like a Sunday dinner type sit down type, you know. We go to church together, things like that. But in my opinion, I feel like there's more of a connection. Sometimes, like, it's easier to, I don't know, make a connection for me with a Black male versus a white male or a Hispanic. There's not really that many natives around here. Like, you don't really see a whole lot of us. But with what I have experience with in my type of preference, this is why. It's just the connection is easier, the flow is better. They're more down to earth and you know, not usually assholes for the most part.
Well, when they get older, they're not assholes. When we younger, we can be a little bit ashes. Holes. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, Kyra, what's going on in that chat?
In the chat, there's a lot going on. So a person chimed in and said, Deadbeat's dad can teach us how to date because you'll choose someone better than him. Hopefully it teaches you what you don't want in your life. Another person said, shout out to the women who are dating, who are doing this with no father guidance. Y'all are the MVPs for real. Another person said, I dated outside my race. I didn't notice any difference. A couple more. I dated a white guy when I was in my 20s. He was everything. He did spoil me. He worked for the city laying the street. His family was totally against it. Mine's pressed us for marriage and babies. I actually loved him. Some called him the devil because he has all 3 sixes. Whoa. I didn't know what that was before, but the only thing was that he stayed loyal to his family. I'll do 2 more. Never dated outside my race either. And then I'll leave it at that.
All right, Ed, there's a great question in the chat that I just saw, and this is for everybody that's on the panel. But how do you guys think that not having a father or father figure affected your dating choices? Like, anybody wants to go first, you can go ahead. I'll pick anybody.
Trinidad got a hand up. Trinidad got a hand up.
I feel like not having a father didn't let me see what a man was supposed to treat a woman like. And I would like to say, like, my mom has 3 kids, and none of us grew up with a dad. Everybody left. It was the same thing with my grandmother. It was the same thing with my cousins. And I feel like that gave me a different perspective on what a man is supposed to treat a woman like. So I had a skewed perspective on what I should have been treated like, where I learned to accept being emotionally and mentally abused and used in ways that I shouldn't have accepted, you know? And those are things that I honestly didn't learn till I got older. And it was like when my daughter was like, Mom, you let everybody use you. My kid at like 14 told me this. And I had to think like, oh my God, my kid notices it and I didn't even notice it. And it's because I was looking for love with a companion without setting boundaries and giving them expectations. And not having a father was definitely the biggest contributor to that. Because my father told me when I was 14, he didn't want to get to know me. Mind you, he was in jail for the beginning of my life. When I was 14, I don't want to get to know you and I don't want nothing to do with you. And that breaks the kid's heart. So how could I expect anything else from a man when I don't even know what to really expect, except take what they give?
Anybody want to tap into that question? Obi said.
Tara had her hand raised.
Who had the hand raised?
I did. So I agree. My parents got divorced when I was about 14, 15 years old. And prior to that, I grew up watching my dad be very abusive to my mom. And because of that, even though my mom, she basically, you know, when I got older, told me I don't like that guy and I didn't listen to her. There was a reason why she didn't like, that guy. But I didn't listen to her. I think if I would have, it would have saved me heartache. And what I would have had to endure, if that makes sense. But because I didn't listen to her, I had to learn the hard way. And, they say that a lot of girls who witness what their fathers do to their mothers, they repeat that generation because they don't know any better. And for me, as I got older, I put it in my heart to not have my daughter, and especially my sons, go through that. Because I don't want my daughter, who's 8 years old, to repeat what I went through and meet a guy who's abusive. I don't want my son, who's 22, and my other son, who's 8, to become abusive and treat a woman the way I was treated. I don't want that. So if I'm going to change it, I need to start with myself. See what I'm saying? And not put myself through and meet the wrong guys. So it starts with me.
That's almost like Michael Jackson. I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I do that every now and then. I apologize. But she said that myself. Michael Jackson said that. I'm taking notes from Mike.
I'm going to start singing that song.
Looking in to change my ways. All right, who else want to tap into this?
No.
Don't hate, Paul. Don't hate. We hear you. Don't hate.
Go ahead, J. Andrea.
I guess I want to talk about like the way my life has changed while I had my dad here and I was dating versus how it is now that he's gone. Actually, I've lost both of my parents, so I can speak on like how it feels to have no parents in this dating world today. I will say that I took more risk when my parents were alive because I knew I had their support to fall back on if this didn't work out and I needed to come back home for a little bit. I always had that backbone behind me, whereas now I have to stand on my own 2 feet because I have a son and I don't have my mom and daddy to run back to. So now, for instance, I got dumped today by someone. I know. I'm like, what? Is he crazy?
What?
Yeah, I know.
On Juneteenth? What?
On Juneteenth. He said to me, you just deserve better than me. You need to go find better. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't stick around and try to work it out because I know I'm good by myself. I've been rocking this thing by myself for too many years now. So if you don't think you're good enough, then go on. I still have my sisters. I'm the middle girl. I got two, one older and one younger sister. So I still have them. And my girlfriends are my life. But I can't go move in with them. You understand? So I don't want to ever put myself in a position where I lose it all trying to be in a relationship that I know is not going to be impactful for me or my son. So once you say to me, you deserve better than me, hey, peace. I'm not going to allow my son to be witness of his mom not being able to get treated right by men, because at the end of the day, my son is who, lives with me and he gets front row seat of my life. So mommy's not going to be turning and burning these men in her house. And I want to say this. I do want to say this. I had the perfect example of Black love. My parents met when my mom was in when my mom was in middle school, my dad was in high school. I live in my grandmother's house now, and they met in the backyard. They had shared the same backyard, so they grew up together. They were married for 30-something years when my dad passed away, and then my mom passed away shortly after. So I know what the right example of living in a 2-parent home, and I wanted that for my son, but I wasn't going to stick around for the BS either, just to have that, you know. If you meet a guy and you know off gate y'all are not here and he's not matching your energy, don't try to pull him up where you are, because eventually he's gonna slip back down to where he started at anyways.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. I have a question, a follow-up question for you, and it sounds like a lot of us have children that are on the panel, and so this could be cultural, it could be not cultural. Did your son meet the person that you were just with, that you ended the relationship?
That is a crazy question. Yes, long story short, he and I have never been the type to like, oh, if I meet you, you meeting my son right away. So he and I have been talking for a while, since like March. And so he actually came over the weekend and met Thailand. And he started off with like broing my son, you know, trying to play fight, da 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 da. And my son being 5 years old, of course he matched his energy. And so he ended up getting his feelings hurt because my son was like, well, get out of my house, you know? But he's 5. He was joking. You're trying to punch my son, and my son's punching you back. And he's like, well, get out. This really bothered him. And so that was one of the reasons why he called me today and was like, this is just not going to work. I mean, your son kicked me out of the house like 3 times. And I talked to my bro about it. And my bro said, like, I should have left. I'm like, he's 5. You know what? I'm never ever going to try to work it out with someone who can't handle my 5-year-old.
That part.
It's unbelievable. I think going forward, would I make him wait longer? Yeah, that wasn't enough time, clearly. But do I stay in it and date him longer without him meeting my son, and then a year later we have the same encounter, and my son tells you to get out and you get your feelings hurt? Like, let me know.
What about you other ladies? Does anybody want to answer that question? If you have children, or if you're a parent, single mom, or whatever your situation is, when do you introduce your child or children to the person that you're dating?
I have a strong opinion on this one. I'm very against introducing like people to my kids. Like if I'm not serious about you, there's no point in you coming around my kids, period. Because what I'm not going to do as a single mom is bring multiple men around my children. I don't care if they're boys or girls. I'm setting an example, and I don't want my kids growing up thinking that it's okay for people just to come in and continuously leave your life. And that's what that's doing. And, you know, that's emotional trauma for them. So if I'm not certain about you, you're not coming to my home and you're not meeting my children. There's no need for that. I don't want to meet your children. I do not want to develop a relationship with these small minds. Like they're gonna be impacted emotionally, and that's what people don't understand. And I don't want the baby mama drama. I don't want the baby daddy drama. So if we're not trying to solidify something and grow and build with one another, there's no reason for us to involve our children.
Can I piggyback off of you for that?
Hold on for you piggyback. Hold on for you piggyback. Hold on. I gotta give Liz her proper due respect. Liz hit up with some bars, man. That was bars, Liz. More women should take note of that. That was some bars you hit real quick. I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead, Jay. I'm gonna call you Jay. Your name's too long for me.
Back to her about the first, and I see in the comments about, was there any more red flags? And in the beginning, when I first started putting myself out there to start dating again, I wanted a guy who didn't have kids, right? And people were like, how can you come in here and say you want a guy who don't have kids and you got a kid? Because that was on my list of things I didn't want, right? So I didn't want to have to compete with another baby mama or none of that stuff. And I really wanted my son to be the focal point. So when he came and he didn't have kids, I was like, okay, great. But when he said he didn't want kids and he's never wanted kids, that should have struck a red flag. And I asked him, I said, well, do you have a problem with me having a son? Oh, no, not at all. but I don't want any kids. I mean, that's your son. No, but if we're together, if this is going to become our son, right? Yeah, I see that. But then if something as light as, get out of my mom's house, it affects you, then you don't like kids. So you shouldn't date women who have kids because you don't really like kids. If you don't want them.
Thank you. Anyone else want to answer that question? About if you have kids, is there a certain point? Is it like 6 months, 9 months, a year?
Hey, Kyra. Hey, Kyra. That dude should have did like Snoop Dogg did in Baby Boy when he said, "Man, fuck your Portland."
Oh my God. I'll chime in on
the
it.
Doritos commercial. Remember that kid?
Lynn has something to say.
The door for the Doritos commercial, and he was like, "What you do with my mama?" My son wasn't that dramatic, but it's kind of the reaction that the guy got. Like,
I actually 100% agree with Liz, and I did not. After I got out of my marriage, I figured, when I started dating, no, I would not introduce anybody to my kids unless I knew that it was going to be something that was going to be worth it. But it would be a very long time until I was sure.
Thank y'all. And
hey, right now we got the call line open. If you'd like to call in, the call line is 704-891-9560. Again, we want y'all to call in. The call number is 704-891-9560.
I'm getting feedback.
I am too.
Let me hit the comments. All right. Person said, I'm still struggling with dating while not having a dad. The only comparison I had was Bill Cosby, and they took him too. So I just watched the men around me. Another person said generational curses are real, which is very real for sure. Not having a dad as a single mom has also affected how I raise my boys to treat a woman as well. If he broke up with her because he felt he wasn't good enough, what did she think of him? Did she feel he was enough? Oh, no, we went past that one. Sorry. We addressed that already. I've been waiting my whole life for what Jay's parents had. And second to last, the kids can make or break a relationship no matter what age they are. And then lastly, once my kids meet you, they will be the final approval for me. How this person makes them feel holds a lot of weight.
Hey, before we continue, hey, Obi, can you introduce this?
But yeah, just to let you guys know, in the next couple of months, we're going to have a Datum Addiction show. We're just going to pick random men and random women and see who matches well. It's not going to be random. We're going to vet everybody. Everybody's going to have a background check. We're going to verify who people are, who they say they are. And we're going to try to match people up to see if they can hit it off or not. So just keep in mind, keep watching us to find out more information about the Datum Addiction show. If you want to find out more information, please reach out to Edmund Chapman or to Sheena Nicole. So Datum Addiction, reach out to Edmund Chapman or to Sheena Nicole. Everybody is welcome except for you, Kyra.
Oh, thank you. I'm so sad now. I'm going to cry after this. One of my best friends told me to be nicer to Obi, y'all. So I'm going to try to restrain myself.
Thank you. Because it's not me. It's not me. It's not me, y'all. I just want to put that out there to Lynn, to Tara, Jay.
No, Lynn's right on the screen with me now. Real quick. If y'all put in the chat right now, if y'all team Obi or team Kyra, Obi got 1-0 right now. So put in the chat right now. Team Obi or team Kyra.
There's 2 team Kyras in the chat right now.
I can see it. We're gonna move on.
One was
anyway.
Keep going.
And I think Joshua said, let me see.
No, he better not. It better not be a dude named Joshua that said Team Kyra. Blasphemy.
Cortez for sure said Team Kyra.
Lies.
So
What's the next question?
while she look for that, next question is, were you all allowed to stay over your boyfriend's house while living at home?
Wow. Hmm. Hmm.
Everybody shaking their head no.
That's a no in my house. Definitely not. Like,
I kind of
Kyra,
feel
what-
like things have changed. After a certain age, like 18, when I went to school and came back, I mean, you don't, if I'm here visiting on the weekend or I'm not fully living here. So I did stay, but it wasn't while I was in the age of a child. Like I was 18 and had already left for school. And I think that, well, from my personal experience, times have changed with this newer generation. And I know multiple people that have either had their boyfriends or their kids, boyfriend or girlfriend, like live with them, or um their kids go and like live or spend multiple nights with their boyfriend or girlfriend. And
Hmm.
some it's like around the age that I have witnessed has been like around 17, um like about between 16 and 18. So I think
So
that times are changing. Like would my sister let somebody I was with my sister from the time that I was 10. And so she was my guardian. But that was not going down. Like who's coming where and what? Like, no. I also know somebody that has at the time, I think his daughter was maybe like 15 or 16, and she could have her boyfriend in the bedroom and the door was closed. For me, you're not going in the bedroom at all. You can stay in this here living room and drink this Kool-Aid. And when the lights come on outside, you can leave. But like, we're in a different age and stage with these parents. I think some people try and be their parents' friends, and that's a whole different story. I'll let
no,
other people
let's tap
answer.
into that though, Kyra. Let's tap into that. Do anybody on here or in chat will allow your child, let's just say 17. Let's go 17. Child, boyfriend or girlfriend to spend a night or be in the bedroom with the door closed.
You don't need to be in the bedroom with the door closed. Y'all can be in the living room
Hmm.
with mama cooking in the kitchen if you want to, too.
I'm not going to answer that question, Ed. I'm guilty of letting my son's girlfriend spend the night when they were sophomores in high school. So I'll take myself out of it.
No, no, no,
My
no. Let's talk about it. No, no. Let's
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
tap
it.
into
Let's
that.
talk about it. Come
How did
on.
that happen?
He just asked, and I said, yeah.
Why?
Um, because he was a guy. He was my son, and he was my son. That's all I'm saying. It didn't dawn on me that yeah, he's 16. You got a 14-year-old daughter sitting in the house too. But yeah, I made that mistake as a parent. Sure
Was
did.
it just one time, or was it
No,
like
nah,
it
like it
happened
was a
multiple times?
yeah. But the cool, not so cool thing was that my son's girlfriend's dad knew exactly what she was, and him and his wife didn't mind her being over there. So, and it was a continuous thing, like sometimes at least once, maybe twice a week.
Hmm. And I think you mentioned a good point that the other parents knew where the child
Hmm.
was, because I've experienced a situation where there was a girl and she was staying at she ran away and went to go stay with the boyfriend's mom and his family. She was like a single mom with 3 kids, and the mom didn't have the um intelligence to call the runaway girl's parents and let them know like she's in a safe place. So the mother and father don't know where their child is. And then she's here chilling at your house eating chicken, and you can't pick up the phone to be like, she's here, she's safe, and she's welcome. as long as she abides by these rules. But you were at my house before. So times are definitely changing.
Listen, I got a daughter that's 14, a son is 6. Ain't no huzzy spending the night in my house with my son. I don't care if they parent no. I'm like what's somebody said the lights came on. Who said that? That yeah, they out of there. And I ain't nah, you ain't about to be in that juicing in my house and then their parents get mad at me. No, sir. And I want my daughter, she ain't going to no dude house in his bedroom.
Oh hell no, hell
doing
no.
anything. What you doing with it? What you doing in the bedroom? Open the door. Let me look. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna Trinidad. Sit your ass over here in this couch. I'm gonna look at you. I ain't no.
Obi's a fry.
How am I fry?
You don't even knock on that door. You just walk right in. What y'all doing in this house? This is my door right here.
I was happy for my son. I was happy for my son.
Obi, you a
I'm
fry.
sorry.
You can't play both
I know that now.
like that. If it's a rule that your son can do it, then it should have been a rule that your daughter can do it.
It's always a double standard. It's always a double standard.
That is not right. You should have never started that. I tell you what, Tyler is 5. I don't care if he's 15, 25, 35. If you in my house, ain't no girl spending no night. If you old enough for a girl to spend a night, you old enough to be paying your own rent.
Hey, let me tell you a quick story real quick. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, then move to the next question. Because she just said something, Jada said something to spark my interest. So I was grown and engaged to my ex-wife, and we went to her mom's house. We couldn't stay in the same room.
That's how it is at my dad's house.
Engaged. Not until we got married. We got married, then when we go to her house, we'll go to Georgia or whatever. But before we got married, we had to sleep in 2 different rooms. I was like, what in the world is this? We lived together in Carolina. We lived together. But we went to her mother's house.
In Carolina.
So I was like, wow, like that was something different.
Do that. My sister and her husband was engaged, and my brother-in-law still had to stay at my aunt's house down the street. Until you're married, you couldn't stay in together at my parents' house. They were
so I got a really good question, guys. I got a good one, and I want everybody to tap into this. Even Obi, and I could tap into this too. Y'all ready for the question? What do you look for in a mate? Like, what do you look for in a mate? Kyra, go ahead, kick it off first.
So for me, I'm looking for someone that is God-fearing, someone that is family-oriented, that I can talk with, that we can have conversations on religion, on comedy, on politics, and someone that we can like be each other's partner and make each other better.
Everything Kyra said, and peaceful.
And also someone that has emotional intelligence. And before I pass the baton, I wanted to share that the one person that said Team Obi has switched to Team Kyra. Who wants to take the question next?
Well, I'll take it. Well, first of all, there's more than one person that said Team Obi. Let's be clear. If you look in both of the chats, all of the chats, you'll see more than one person that said that. And I unfortunately agree with what you said, but there has to be a lot of peace with that also. A lot of peace. A lot of peace.
Liz, what about you, Liz?
Well, first off, I look for all that, but for me, it's like, can they be my best friend? Are they going to be like my number one supporter? Are they going to motivate me to be better? Because I don't want someone who's just going to sit back and let me be stagnant in life. Like, I don't want to not reach my full potential because the person I lay beside every day won't say, hey, get your shit together. You know, like, that's important to me. But I also look for someone, I'm very big on, you know, I'm not attracted to people who can't provide for themselves. And I'm not looking to go into a relationship with somebody because I can provide what I require. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I expect you to be able to do the same. So when I go to look for someone, if you can't meet your own basic needs, you're probably not the person for me, because I'm not looking to take on another child. I have 2 of those that I take care of my own, and I can take care of myself. I want you to be able to provide for yourself so that when we can come together, we can be a team. We can build each other up. We can grow together. If I'm the only one who's able to build or to grow, and you're showing me that you're not even able to take care of yourself, you're not motivated to take care of yourself, then that's a problem for me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What about you, Lynn?
I would say all of that. You know, everybody pretty much hit it. Teamwork is big for me. I need to, be able to rely on you, count on you as a partner. I've got to be able to trust you. So, I mean, it's all big important things.
Anybody got anything different in study? What the other person said. So I'll go. So I'm gonna say something different from everybody else. I'm looking for somebody that's a baddie. Number one. Number one. That's the number one on my list. She gotta be absolutely gorgeous. Then she gotta be God fearing. And then she gotta match my energy. I got a lot of energy. Even though y'all see on the show, if y'all watch the show, I got a lot of energy. She gotta match my energy.
Just to
Match
match
my
your energy,
yeah. Like
like
if we
have
go like
as much energy as you have, or just be able to deal with your energy, because that's a lot.
she got to match it because I want to be able to go outside and we just out there having a good time. If I'm having a good time and you're like not, then it's like you're not matching my energy. You
So
know,
you want someone with a really big personality.
I've met like one person in my whole life that I had to match hers. Hers is bigger than mine. I'm like, well, damn. I had to jump up to her level, but we had a great time. But it's other qualities too, because we matched other energy. And she was bad. Had those two, but she had the other steps like I wanted. Somebody that's 100% into me, because I'm gonna be 100% into you. When I get in a relationship with someone, I'm gonna be 100% into you. 100. I'm not gonna get into that in a relationship with you, and I'm not 100% in there. So I need you 100% in the relationship with me also. I need her to be a thinker. Like she don't gotta be a school nerd, but like street smart. You know what I'm saying? Something happened, we gotta know how to stick and move quick if we need to. You know, she can't be just like looking like a blonde. No offense to anybody, but she gotta be able to know how to move quick on her feet. She gotta love God, of course. That's a given. But if I gotta say it out loud, she gotta love God. She got to just have like I just want her just to be a person to have fun, have her own, so her own and my own together. We can build something together, but no, don't try to be leech off me. I'm not gonna leech off you, but there's somebody that set standards for herself and know what she's going, know what she's doing, and know the standards I have for myself and can help me enhance my life, and I can help her enhance her life. If she can't enhance my life, then she had no place in my life. If I can't enhance her life, I should have no place in her life. Most time we're with these people that can't enhance us, and then we get the baby mamas, the baby daddies. I'm a divorcee too. I think a couple other people said the same thing on here, because we're with people that didn't elevate us. So that's what I look for in a mate. But she got to be bad. That got to be the number one. Obi already know that number one. She can't be average. Nobody does average anymore.
People do average. That's not a true statement, but okay.
They do average because they can't get better. We talked about this already, Kyra.
Where's your baddie now? Next to you?
Yeah, you see her on the couch over there.
She's not. That's why you out here chilling.
It's coming.
Wow. Wow. Kyra throwing jabs.
She is. I'm gonna keep going though. I'm gonna keep going. Hey, so what's the biggest age difference in dating that you would allow?
I'll take that. For me, I would say like maybe between maybe like 10 to 13 years older than me. I don't prefer to date people younger than me. I think that men take some time to mature. That usually comes 40-ish for some people. So I like dating more mature men that are in different seasons of life. So like in their 50s, like between maybe 55 and 57, but like 60 something, because I'm 45 right now, like 60 something would be way too much. Too much. So like,
57.
yeah, about 10 to 13 years.
Yikes.
Because at that time, they're at a different stage in their life. They may have been at their job for a certain period of time. They may be about to retire. They have vacation time, more than likely, if they've been at their place of employment for a while. And we're able to do different things in different stages. More than likely, they have adult children. I have a 24-year-old, so I don't necessarily, it's not that I think I would do better dating somebody that has adult children than like I need to take the kid to Cub Scouts and brownies and stuff like that.
She's looking at 401k plans. That's what she's looking at. She's looking at 401ks.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
because he gonna
looking at
die
money.
soon, so
I'm
she's
not
not get that money.
materialistic.
Yep.
And I don't even need to defend myself to your shenanigans. So does anyone else want to answer that question?
You know he old and gonna die in like
Jay.
another 5 years.
That is not true.
You ain't
57?
slick. You ain't slick, Kyra.
Kyra, gotta watch you.
It's not about the money for me. It's about the relationship. Jay, do you mind us calling you Jay? Because we've totally
I
changed
love
our
you when
name
you call me
without
Jay.
asking
I love you.
permission.
It's fine. Jay and
Okay.
That's just my professional name. We done got friendly now, so you can call me Jay. I'm gonna answer the question, and then I will get on Team Obi and have him answer the question right after me. So I am 36. The last dude I talked to, I got dumped by today, was 32. So you know what I'm saying? So dating younger clearly isn't for me. I think on my next wave I'm not gonna date anymore this year. I'm taking a break. Next year I'm gonna go. You have to be at least 42 with a 401k, a stipend, your mortgage,
Wow.
2 cars, a garage. Your kids need to be older, at least 18 or older, out of college. You need to be able to show me that you have at least 2 active bank accounts that are working. I am no longer a sugar mama. I don't want to even be a salt mama. You understand? Like I want to be a pillow princess, and I just want to come home and I want to be taken care of. I'm so tired. My back is aching from carrying dudes. I'm done.
Wow.
If you're not here, I'm not talking to you. And y'all can call me uppity, bougie, better than. I done been to the scum of the gutter. I'm done down there. I'm putting on clean clothes. I'm starting fresh. I'll see y'all next year. And he's probably going to be gray head. And he might have a cane, but that means he has insurance.
Hey, you've been listening to Kyra, ain't you?
No, I've just been listening to my life and my therapist. And it's time for me to start doing what she says I need to do and stop paying her and throwing money out the window. Listen, I'm done settling. It's not okay. If you're not where I'm at or higher, I'm done. Because you waste your time and you realize like, man, he can't buy his groceries for real. Now I gotta buy his groceries this week because he ain't gonna be able to buy groceries and pay the light bill. Something gonna have to give. So I let him sit in the dark, or do I let him eat? I'm gonna let him eat.
He's gonna have to give.
Yeah, I can't do it.
What are your thoughts, Trinidad, Liz, or Lynn?
Wait, Obi.
Oh wait, we said we were gonna go. We're gonna go to Obi.
Before Obi go.
Then.
Hey, Kyra, hold on. Before Obi go. Hey, right now, everybody click the like button, subscribe, and share. Right now, all y'all in the comment chat area, everybody's watching. Click like right now. Also, we're still looking for y'all to call in. Calling them right on the screen. 704-891-9560. Again, 704-891-9560. So we're gonna let the ladies go. Then Obi, you gonna finish up the question. We're gonna let the ladies go first, be gentlemen, and then Obi gonna finish it up. So I think Trinidad gonna go, then whoever, then Obi will finish it up.
Um, I'm with you. He does need to match my energy, but he needs to be like a hard worker. I'm sorry. I don't want a guy who was lazy like my ex. Like one of my exes, who thought calling into work was very pretty all the time and putting all of it on me. So I was always doing overtime. I'm a little bit of a workaholic, but I do a lot of projects on my own and I have way too much energy. I am 44 years old and I had just started living my life. So I work on my cars, I fix my roofs, I do my own shit, and I need a man who's going to step up and do that same shit. I don't want a guy who wants to be pussy putting his life around, acting like he can't do nothing because he want to pay everybody to do everything for him. I'm not that girl. I'm trying to save my money, go on vacations, and live my life with my kids.
That was a bar.
Nice. Liz and then
I'm saying.
Lynn.
I don't know what question I'm answering, but I was going to go back to what we were saying about age. I'm like a 5 to 15 year older. I do not date younger men. That's a no for me. They're not mature in any kind of way, not financially, not like emotionally. I mean, their physical game, like, sure, but like older men know how to do it better anyway. And, you know, personally,
What age? Wait, you said 15 years.
Can I say something? Can I say something? I think that's American men that are like that, because these men that come from other countries, their asses be working all goddamn day to support their families, and our men here who act like they're entitled because they're, oh my God, my life has been hard. You know what? So is my life. I still went back to school, got my bachelor's degree, became a nurse, and I'm still fucking living the best life I can. Get up off your ass, believe that you can do it, believe that you're gorgeous and you made it in God's image, and do what you need to do to make your life better for you and break them generational curses, because that is a true thing.
Right. But like I said, me, I'm like a 5 is like the minimum. Like really, like I start at 5 years older than me, and then I go to about 15.
15 years older?
And I'm only 41.
What's the age,
so.
though? What's the
These
age?
20-year-olds and 29-year-olds be hitting on me. I'm like, bro, I'm 44. I need y'all to calm down. Go somewhere else.
I mean,
it's wild.
I've been that way since I was 18. I've always dated older men. Like I didn't even date men that were in college when I was in college. Like they already were established in the work field and had some shit going for them. And then like now, as you know, I'm 31. I own my own business. Like I look for men who can match that. And 24-year-old, Daquan works at Crunch Fitness, isn't doing the same things that I'm doing in life.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I just think that from our country, it's like that. I don't think it's like that with every other country, because we're so entitled here. We are. Yeah. We are.
So what's your bracket, Trinidad? Like, do you date older, younger? If so, what's that range?
I prefer older guys. I'm not going to lie. I need someone who's well established, who already been through life, who has learned a lot of lessons. I'm not trying to raise a guy. Serious. I'm already raising a 12-year-old boy. I'm not trying to raise a 30-year-old man. Yeah, and I did date someone who was younger than me, and it was a bust. It was a white guy, and he wanted to sit down and retire. Retire from what? You ain't even live your life. What are you retiring from? From not doing nothing? So that was okay. It was a lesson learned. We're good. I'm doing great with my kids.
What's the age, Trinidad? What's the age? Give us some ages.
Ages? I prefer older, but I can't say nothing because like I married a younger guy who my ex-husband was 3 years younger than me.
No, I'm saying like Kyra said 57 years old. So what age you say?
See, this is a problem because my mom is only 16 years older than me. If I date someone older than her, it's like, oh my God, what do I do?
Right.
Like in my mentality, I'm like, oh my God, I'm 44. If I date someone who's like 60, I'm like, oh my God, they're my mom's age. How do I deal with this? It's a very complex question for me.
Don't run from love, Trinidad. Don't run from love.
What's your thoughts, Lynn?
I typically date around my age, but I would say that if I had to put a bracket on it, I would not go any more than 3 years younger and probably about 8 years older.
I did 9 years younger. Sorry, y'all.
Oh. You live and you learn.
It was fun while it lasted. And then I was like, yeah, this is not for me, deuces. We're good.
You date somebody 9 years younger, but you can't date somebody 10 to 15 years older.
No. I can. I'm just saying mentally it's a struggle because my mom is only 16 years older than me.
Okay. And how's your oldest child?
My daughter is 16.
Okay. All right, you
I
good.
had her when I was 27. I was a
Okay.
full-fledged adult when I had her.
Okay. All right. I'm good with 35, 36 and up, but 35, 36. I'm
Is
good
there a
with that.
limit? Like, would you go into 60, 70?
Hell
Cougar?
no. Hell no. I
30,
don't care.
35?
35
Hey,
to 45.
J. Andrea and Kyra, I don't care how much money they got in the 401k. I don't care if they hit the Powerball or Mega Millions. Nah.
So 35 to what's your maximum age?
Mm. 40.
Interesting. Ed?
I think mine's from 30 to about 45, maybe, depending on if you in the gym. Oh, that's one of my questions too. I forgot to say it. You have to work out. If you don't work out, you out of there too. You gotta work out.
Hey, make sure she's doing them stairs because them stairs will keep you in shape.
Oh yeah, come on now, preacher.
Mm.
They kicked my butt, but man, I love them.
And everybody in the chat, put down in the chat what's your age range you date. Date up, date down, and what's the age range? Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Hey, Kyra, hit the chat. I'm got one more question for the panel.
How about maturity as opposed to age? Because some of these guys, they be like 55 and they be acting like they 22.
That part right there.
That's a midlife crisis, though, isn't it?
There's always a midlife crisis for somebody. My whole life has been drama, so that midlife crisis means nothing to me.
I'm just saying, men when they get that age, they're like, "Oh, fuck,
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, but they need to calm down with that. We can have this midlife crisis together. We both can go. I'm not getting Botox because I like my natural skin, but you can get whatever you need to do. Let's fly around the world. We can do all the crazy stuff y'all want to do, but you ain't got to do it with nobody else.
Yeah. Hey, let's get to the comments because I got one more question for y'all.
I don't care how old you are. If you live at home, there's no overnight guest. Boys definitely get away with a lot, but my son ain't having no females in my house, in his room with no door closed. Definitely not spending the night. Times have definitely changed, but that's why our community has fallen so far down the scale. The real question, I like this one, is how many of y'all was in that room with the door closed? And then
Hey, first of all, hey, let me say something real quick. My son is doing very well, even though I didn't bring him up that way. He's an engineer, and nobody else is in the room but him. I was on the outside in my bedroom clapping for him, but nobody else was in the room.
No.
Was in
That's
the
not what
room.
they saying. That's not what they saying. They saying us on the panel when we was that age, how much us was in the room with the door closed when we were 17 years old.
Oh, my bad. I apologize. I thought you were talking about me.
And your engineer's girlfriend was in the room with the door closed every other Thursday. Oh my gosh.
So hold on, Kyrie. Hold on, Kyrie, real quick. So everybody, when y'all was 17, we're gonna say 17. How many of y'all was in the room with the door closed at 17?
I was in the church practicing celibacy at 17.
Hell no.
I bet.
She said it too fast.
I had one bad experience when I was 15 years old with a dude, and I didn't meet my daughter's father until I was 24 years old. My ass was in the church being celibate, praying to God like this ain't the life for me because this is too ghetto out here.
Lynn, what about you? 17
Ain't
years
no
old.
lies there.
I was in a room with the door closed, but I was not permitted to spend the night.
Liz?
I was in the living room.
Our living room, Kyra. Okay.
I mean, I told y'all my dad called my boyfriend a pussy. There was no way he was allowed in the house. Like, I was lucky if they would like let us go out to dinner or to the Walmart. Like, he was definitely like, nah.
I think your dad is my favorite dad in the world right now. I love it.
Team Liz dad.
Protect that baby. Protect that all costs.
Right, he wasn't having it. Like,
Jay, what about you? 17.
17, I was in a room with my door closed, but my parents wasn't at home. and they was gone before my daddy got back home. My daddy went to his grave not knowing who was behind those doors when I was 17. Because to God be the glory, we didn't have ring and all this stuff back then. So I was able to be a bust down without my parents knowing.
What?
I know. Let's move on next question.
Wait, we're not gonna get what?
Wait a minute. You talking about that? Oh snap! Wait a minute.
Unbelievable.
Thank you. Thank you.
And what's your last question?
Last question of the evening. What advice did your parents give you regarding dating? Think about that question. I'm gonna answer the phone. Think about what I just said. You are on the line with Nutz and Boltz. First question of the night is. Hold on.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, hold on. The first question I'm gonna ask you is: are you Team Obi or Team Kyra?
Oh man, this big EG. Just in case y'all didn't know, man, law. I'm Team Obi. Sorry, Kyra, I still mess with you though, but Team Obi.
Team Obi. All right, what's your question, Big EG?
It's more of a comment. You know, I'm enjoying the show and everything, and I would just like to say, I would like to know how, like women always say when they meet somebody, they kind of sense if they're going to be into that person right away or not. If that's the case, why, if you have children, do you wait so long to introduce your son if you have that sense that this might be the one early?
Repeat that one more time.
Some women say that when they first meet a guy, they know within the first 5 to 10 minutes if that's going to be somebody they'll be into. So my question would be, if you have that feeling about that person, why wait so long if you have children to introduce them to your children if you have that gut feeling real early?
Thank you, caller. So we're gonna tap into that one, then hit this last one, then we're gonna get up out of here. So if you into them, oh Jay already ready. Go ahead, Jay. You already ready for it.
Go ahead, Jay. Let's go.
Because first of all, when you first meet somebody, it's kind of off of lust. You know, you're not really getting to know them in the core. So it's like, oh, he makes me laugh, or oh, he smells good, or he's funny. But that's not enough for me to introduce you to my son. I still need to know, what makes you tick. You can't find that out in 5 minutes. And I did a lot of background history on this last one. I promise y'all, I asked him at least 20 questions a day, but I still somehow avoided the most important ones. And so you can't get that in 5 minutes.
Liz?
I was gonna say, like the person that you meet in the first 5 minutes, like even if I look across the room and I'm like, all right, you're the person God has for me, that doesn't mean that you're at a point in your life where you're ready to receive me. So you might look appealing to me in those 5 minutes, but upon further investigation, I might realize you're not ready for me. You're not ready for what I bring to the table. And so if you're not ready to receive me, there's no way you could be ready to receive the gifts that I bring with me. So it takes a lot longer than 5 minutes. Like, even if I have that intuition, like you're the one God has for me, that's the intuition, but God gives me the discernment to decide if you're ready for me. You understand what I'm saying?
He is.
Yep. Linda, do you want to come in?
Lee's been preaching to like Kyra.
I've been through some things, y'all.
I think for me, sometimes people can have their representatives show up in the beginning. And so that's not enough for me, as much as I haven't experienced like love at first sight or meeting my soulmate or anything like that. I'm very apprehensive about introducing anyone to my family and my kid. And so I wouldn't be that person. And then I think also sometimes I like what Jay said about lust. And sometimes we aren't thinking clearly and we see what we want to see instead of what is truly in front of us. And sometimes other people, friends or family, parents can help us see what really is in front of us and to help discern like when that person needs to meet children.
Trinidad, you want to tap into what the caller said?
Yeah, I don't trust nobody. Y'all ain't coming around my kids. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a big backyard. Y'all touch my babies, y'all gonna die and be buried underneath my garden. No, seriously. Seriously, I don't trust people like that. Even if I have that intuition from the Most High, I need you to prove to me that you're not that person, because people will come with wicked, deceiving spirits, and that right there, I'm not down with.
Mm.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So I've been divorced 5 years. I've had one guy that I introduced my kids to, one, and I've dated more than one guy. I refuse. I refuse to bring people around my kids. You're not going to be around my kids by yourself. You nothing. My kids, I talk to my kids, because I hate to say it, but there's a lot of abuse in Black and Hispanic families, and I'm from both sides, and we ain't doing that with my kids.
Y'all dropping bars tonight. Y'all, who ain't answered? Everybody. Lynn, what about you, Lynn?
I agree. I don't trust anybody either. I have not dated since my marriage ended, and there's kind of like a reason for that. I mean, I don't trust anybody, and I don't want to bring anybody around my kids. So I'm very cautious of that.
And how long has it been since your marriage ended?
2 years.
Okay.
All right. So what we're gonna do? We got about 7 minutes. So we want to hit this last question and get some chats real quick. So make this last one as short as possible. Quick answers, so Kyra can get some chat in real quick, and we can get off this call.
And I see a lot of people in the chat, but I only see one person that did the assignment of putting your age bracket.
I've seen that too. It was Cortez. Yeah, I saw that. The question was, what advice did your parents give you regarding dating, if any? If they didn't, say they didn't give me no advice. And Trinidad, we'll kick it off with you first.
No advice.
What advice do you give your daughter?
My advice to give her is to create boundaries, to let someone know. If she's not dating right now, but when she is, I'm like, you need to let people know what you want. I said letting people walk all over you was one of my first mistakes. Thinking that I can go and be in a relationship and love somebody when I honestly didn't know how to love myself is one of the biggest mistakes I made too. And I told her, you need to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And you need to create those boundaries. And it's okay to say no. Because if they don't like it, well, then they ain't the one for you. Friends, relationship, whoever it is. You say no, they don't listen, deuces. You don't need them. God will give you the good people that you need in your life to make your life successful.
And Trinidad, we're going to stay with you real quick. Just give everybody your final thoughts for the night.
My final thoughts on dating outside my race?
Just dating in general.
Dating in general is, I think, my final thought is just working on yourself first before you can give yourself to another, honestly. Because if you don't even accept who you are, whether you are a Black man, Black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, whatever race you are, because I'm mixed, I'm multicultural, and it took me a long time to learn to accept who I was before I could learn to let someone else come in. But my favorite is not the white folks. I'm sorry. They don't have enough passion. I'm too passionate.
All right, we're gonna go all the way up to Jay. Jay, answer the question, and then give us your final thoughts. What did your parents teach you, and then what's your final thought about dating in general?
My parents always instilled to me to make sure you date someone who you're equally yoked with, and I need to remember that going forward. I need to channel their energy and make sure that if they're not on my level, to keep it stepping. My final thoughts of tonight was, for one, I had a ball with you guys. I hope to see you guys again. And for two, I just need to take a break. I'm tired. So dating right now is not on my to-do list. Y'all have fun though, but I need to just chill and watch some
Maybe if you want to go to Vegas, let's go.
Let me know.
I just had a girls trip. It was the best ever, and
Well,
it was
I went
great
there
because you
for
know
work a
what?
few
All
weeks
the
ago.
sisters took care of each other. We didn't let no one go off. We can go have a blast.
Let's do that. Yeah. Let's just focus on mental health right now. I think that's everybody's main should be their main focus is what's good for your mental health and what's good for our children because they are looking at everything we do. And when my son told me when that dude left, Mommy, I don't like him, that spoke volumes. So I'm just gonna hang out with him and be chill this summer. It's what they say. It's Friday night. It's 7 o'clock on Fridays. 9:05.
Oh my God. Hey, Lynn. Lynn, she going crazy. Lynn, give us your answer the question and your final thought.
I didn't really get a lot of advice. I was able to kind of watch things and pick up on them myself and take different things away from my mom and dad's marriage. My grandparents' marriage was good to see, and that's what I modeled. Always trying to have that kind of a relationship. But nobody ever really gave too much advice verbally on that. But I would say like for my final thought about dating would just be to make sure that when you do choose to date that you're healed, you're ready to it, you're open to receiving love from somebody as well, because there's some people that they say that they want it, but they've closed themselves off and they've built such walls around them that they don't leave themselves open up to even be loved. So when you're ready, just make sure that you have that stuff in line. And that's it.
All right, Liz, what advice you get and what's your final thought?
So, my parents have always had opinions about different men that I've brought around, but, the only solid advice, like my stepmom growing up, she was like, always make sure that they can take care of themselves. They have a license and they have a car because you don't want to be stuck having to try to do things for somebody else and you're, out here being single trying to do for yourself. So those are, important factors. But from my dad, I specifically learned, pay attention to a person's character and to trust my intuition and to talk to God about it before I really involved myself with that person. And that wasn't something when I was younger that I truly, took to heart or understood. Like when I was very naive when I was younger, and, men are very deceptive, especially when they're after, certain things. And, being naive wasn't, a kind situation out here for the heart. But I've learned and I've paid attention. And, my stepmom always says, you'll never find a man out here as good as your dad. And I will tell you, my dad is probably one of the best men I've ever seen. Like, he doesn't cheat. He doesn't lie. He doesn't steal. He works really hard. He's very loving and supportive. My birth mom, like, he took care. She had lupus. She passed away when I was little. And they had 5 kids and a granddaughter. So he was then a single father of 6. Like, I've never seen a man go as hard as my dad to take care of the people that he loves. Like, he would literally not ask for anything, wouldn't take anything from anybody, and would work to care for everybody. And so I look for those qualities in a man, because not that I think that I'll ever find a man as great as my dad, because unfortunately in the society that we live in today, that's hard to come by. But I do try to find those similar qualities in a man, a family-oriented man, someone who's loving and caring, and the things that I see in my father out here when I'm trying to go into a relationship. Because if they don't have those things, then it's likely already not going to work out. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I took from my parents as far as being in a relationship and how I apply it to, life today.
And what's your final thoughts about dating in general?
Well, first off, it sucks. Like, dating sucks. You go through, like, the first couple weeks or the first couple months, and it's like, oh my God, I love this person. They're great. They're perfect. And then you're like, this motherfucker leaves his dirty drawers on the floor one more time, or doesn't wipe the pee off the toilet. It's done. It's a wrap. I'm tired of it. Like, he can't even figure out how to put the toilet paper back on the toilet paper holder. Like, what's going on? But those are the growing pains you're gonna have to go through with somebody to figure out, like, am I willing to make it work with you? Like, can I tolerate your pee drops on the toilet seat? Like, do I want to have to do that? And those are the big questions you got to ask yourself. So for me, it's those are the things I'm considering out here. Dating is crappy, but you know, maybe one day, God's gonna put that man in my life that's like, all right, he'll take the toilet paper off the toilet paper roll and wipe the pee drops up. You know, it's gonna be the one. So.
Hey, Kyra, I'm gonna let you go after Obi, but Kyra, won't you find the four? Just find four really good comments. Just four. Obi, I'm gonna let you go next, Obi, so then Kyra. So Kyra can find us just four.
All right.
Let Obi go first, though, Kyra. Yeah. While you finding it, go ahead, Obi. What did your parents teach you, and what's your final thoughts?
My parents taught me a lot of things that I didn't listen to. They told me how to get married, and I did. They told me who to date and who not to date. I dated them anyway, and it ended the way that they said it would end. So I hope my kids are watching and listening, because parents know best. The dating pool is horrible, especially for the older generation. You just got to trust your gut, believe in God, and hope that He takes you on the right path.
That's good. Kyra, what the parents taught you? What's your final thoughts? And then four amazing chat. Well, the four best you saw.
All right. So I didn't 100% grow up with my parents, like in the family with them, because I grew up with my sister. But my dad has taught me a lot more recently. One thing that stands out to me is like a man is going to spend time on what is important to him, and whether that's conversation or going on a date or different things like that. Just being cognizant of if that person is there or not there. Also about people's representatives, that they're always going to send their representative, and make sure that you have discernment and that you're getting to know them to learn who they really are. And then the four comments that I'm going to highlight are: slow motion is better than no motion. Equally yoked doesn't mean your partner provides what you lack, because there's a lot of Christian men out there that have areas of improvement, and just because you pray the same or go to the same church or anything like that doesn't mean that he's all that. Then the truth is, people have to stop looking for greatness in the gutter. And then this one sounds like there is some pain there. We might need to have an after show. Let me find it. Okay. So women's spidey sense is flawed, and y'all only use it for negative points. I knew he was cheating, etc., but never when he's going through something or the relationship is not good. I think we need to talk about that later. But yeah, I have enjoyed having all the guests on the show. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and your feelings and your life lessons from dating interracially.
So this was a pretty good show tonight. As y'all saw, we had multiple race of women on the show tonight, and they had a lot of similarities with dating and things they encountered. My answer for me to answer the question, my parents really didn't teach me nothing about dating at all. They was together for forever, but they didn't teach me nothing at all about dating. My mom doesn't like any girl I dated just because I was her baby boy. So I guess it'd be like that sometimes with moms. But my final thought is I love discussions like this with multiple people, with multiple race, because the world is not just black, it's not just white, it's very colorful. So we do need opinions from different individuals to see how different minds react. So with that being said, if you'd like to be on our show in the future, no matter if you're man, woman, boy, not boy, girl, man, woman, whatever race you are. You can reach out to Tashina Nicole via Facebook or Edmund Chapman on Facebook if you'd like to be in a future show. Also, we are looking for sponsors. If you like to sponsor our show, again, you can reach out to Tashina Nicole via Facebook, or you can reach out to Edmund Chapman on Facebook, or you can email me at eddyed30@gmail.com. And last but not least, Obi mentioned it earlier. Gotta join our Datum or Ditchum show. This is gonna be an awesome show. We're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna do it in August, but right now, today, we are looking for contestants to be on the show for the Datum or Ditchum. And yes, of course, like Obi said earlier, we're gonna be vetting the people. We're gonna be asking questions. We're gonna try to get people similar to each other, wants and needs. Datum Edition coming to you live from Nutz and Boltz in August. Sign up now to be a participant. Kyra, where my theme music at? And like I say, again, we love y'all in the chat. Go out and be great on purpose. Peace out, everybody. Emobi.